I'd like to thank the chair, as others have, for your dedication and hard work. This has really been an enlightening process, and thank you for your leadership. When I came to Washington, I knew we had a serious debt problem and that we had to get serious about solving it. What I didn't appreciate was the full extent of the fiscal challenges that we face. Once I joined this committee and looked at the federal budget, its processes, and future projections, it didn't take me long to understand that the most dire issue facing us is our $19.8 trillion in debt and the looming debt crisis of trillions more. As a lot of us know, the cause of this crisis is our unchecked mandatory spending. Without reforms, mandatory spending will soon consume nearly all federal revenue, which compromises every other government promise like national defense, veterans health, education, transportation, and research that will have to be financed on borrowed money. And every dollar we borrow to cover our out-of-control spending will cost us $1.27 to pay back. And when I say us, I really should say future generations. Now, I don't want to seem like this conversation is only about dollars and cents. It's not. It's actually a conversation about people. There are many Americans that count on these programs. These essential entitlement programs provide a safety net for our nation's elderly and our vulnerable populations. They represent decades of promises to Americans, but to keep these promises in the future, these programs must be reformed. This is why we have approached this entire budget with the intent of fiscal discipline. We achieve this by prioritizing a budget that balances in 10 years and obtains $200 billion in mandatory savings, and it provides our military with a much needed and long overdue plus up in defense spending. A lot of tough work has been done by this committee. This resolution lays the groundwork to begin the tough conversations that we will have to have to keep the promises for future generations. We must consider the future of our children, grandchildren, and our actions here today will lead us to that. Madam